どうも、ヤマカイ TV です。こんにちは。ということで、本日はですね、前回の動画の、ちょっとトークのね、続きを、ちょっと僕とネレアさんでやっていこうかなと思うんですけれども、そう、動画をね、見てない方のためにも、軽くご説明させていただきますと、動画のタイトルがね、お別れしないとっていうタイトルで、そう、僕たちね、国際カップルで、もう大体6年ぐらい付き合ってるかな。ジャパンとスペインで、そう。で、アメリカで、プロバレエダンサーとして、ずっともう活動してる、だから、YouTube やってるんですけれども、そんな僕たちが最近ちょっとね、進路について、2人の進路についてちょっと悩んでいるみたいな動画だったんですけれども、そのねちょっとトークの内容が、ちょっと視聴者をねかなり混乱させてしまった動画をね見てても、なんかこいつ結局何を言いたいんだみたいなのがちょっとわからないみたいなコメントが結構多くてですね、ちょっとね混乱させてしまった方はね本当に申し訳ございませんでした。まずね一つ皆様に言っておきたいのが、僕は結婚をね、する予定です。そうつもりでいます。前からね、その結婚はちょっと待ってってずっとネレアさんに動画とかでも言ってたんだけれども、そのね、イメージとしてはね、なんかそのネレアさんと結婚しようかなどうかなみたいな迷ってるっていうことじゃなくて、タイミング、そのロマンチックなタイミングでちょっとプロポーズみたいなのが、タイミングがある、機会があればみたいなね。っていう意味合いでもちょっと待ってっていうか言ったんだけど、そうじゃあなんでそのお別れしないとっていう大げさなタイトルにしたかというと、今がその一番ちょっとお別れする可能性が一番高いみたいなっていうのも、僕は日本に帰って新しいことをしたい。でネレアさんはどっちかというと、アメリカに残って、バレエを続けたいみたいな。そうだから仕事面でなんかお互いやりたいことが違うし、なんか住みたい国も違うから、なんかこの国際恋愛のなんか典型的なお別れのなんか原因みたいな感じが今の状況で、それに加えてそのちょっと年の差もね、あるっていうのもあるんですけれども、やっぱりちょっとトピックがね重大だし、情報量がねすごい多いので、なんかもっと前提からねもっと説明してから、なんかお互いに思ってることを全部しっかり喋って最後まとめるみたいな動画にすればよかったんだけれども、視聴者もなんか結局そのかいつまんだ情報しかなんか得られなくて、なんか何を言いたいのみたいな感じになっちゃって、ちょっとね混乱をさせてしまったのでね、申し訳ございませんでした。でもね、そのたくさんのねコメントありがとうございました。今日の動画はね、そのアンサー動画としてそのコメントいただいたコメントにちょっとお答えしていくっていう形の、ちょっと動画の形式が質問コーナーみたいな形式で一個一個やっていこうかなと思います。ネレアさんの表情が終始曇ってた日本に住みたくないのでは。
I do have to say that sometimes, I would say most of the times we record, especially for Yamakai TV, it's late. So my face is like looking tired because it's late. Of course it's a serious topic, and of course I cannot be smiling because I take us seriously and I take our job seriously.
今日はお昼で。
Yeah.
そう、でも今日お昼だからちょっと私ちょっと疲れてドラキュラみたいな私。What about living in Japan?
In the future?
Do you want to or like you don't want to? Like be honest.
I'm honest. Originally I thought that staying here, like in our future.
That was the idea.
Yes, up until a couple of weeks ago.
But you were saying like you didn't have like a plan, like a future plan. Oh, like one day I wanna live in this place. That's my like goal. Like you didn't have that.
I didn't have a very specific plan, and also every time we talk about the future, you also didn't really tell me what you wanted.
Because I didn't have a plan.
And suddenly one day you wake up and...
Because I was waiting for that plan, you know, something to come.
Since you shared more of your thoughts, which I really appreciate that you shared, gave me more things to think about, because before I didn't have the information that you had, so my plan could be adjusted, you know, to live in Japan. Like, I'm not saying I don't want to live in Japan. The thing I'm concerned about is the timing and when.
日本に住むのはネレアさんに負担が大きすぎるのでは。So people are saying like the Japanese economy is getting like lower, like bad, worse, and raising the kids is hard. The government doesn't support.
Really?
Yeah, which I don't know about the United States. I don't know. Like people say like, oh, outside of the country is better, but I don't know which country. For example, Spanish economy is going down like from long time ago, right? And for men, it's easier to live in another country, but like for a female, it's hard because you have more things to do.
Like what?
Like raising the kids, like
which I'm gonna do. Like
yeah, I mean, that's my plan, but
I mean, women or men, I think that's not
Like
the
for-
issue. I feel like it's just that I really want my mom and family to be involved with
Yeah.
our family. Like, but even living in America is gonna be hard.
I mean, the best is like to have a family support.
Yeah.
People are saying, oh, because Yamakai-san wants to go back to Japan. He really want to go back. But I'm not that kind of person. Like, I don't really care about where to live, right? Like, for me, like from Hokkaido to New York, it was basically like going from here to another city. Like, for me, it really doesn't matter which country or city or like, you know, like anywhere I go, I'm gonna be happy. Also, like living in Japan, like hopefully we wanna settle, like, you know, have a house and then like for us to have a comfortable and settled place. But if you don't like, after 3 years, after 2 years, if you don't feel comfortable, we can also like just move to another country, right? No matter what the business is goes well or bad, like we're gonna figure out outside of the country
Okay.
because they're living first, then business.
Okay. That's a good thing you say.
間を取って一番アメリカが公平なのでは So United States, you can speak your language, not your language.
I get it.
We know the culture, right? There are many things. I don't feel comfortable staying here for future. One, we don't know the education system. Like we didn't experience. So for us, like we cannot support if we have kids. We don't know the how to say the health system. I don't know the words, but like we don't know the health system, right? We don't have family support, and also like we were putting like in the options like Japan or United States or Spain, but we don't know if we can stay in United States because we are foreigners here. And I don't think like if we stay as a ballet dancer here, I don't think we can afford the kids to go to college.
I mean, of course, there are things that we don't know, but I feel, I'm being honest here, I'm not, you know,
Yeah.
for me it would be easier to figure out, of course, because it's in English. So, you know, if they explain it to me, I can get it. If we go to Japan, you are gonna have to explain everything to me. I mean, you've been there, so you know probably what's better and what's, you know, not so good. So that's a plus. It is very expensive to live here. Without the support we get from, you know, YouTube, probably it would be really hard for us to live here, you know. Think about having a house and kids. Like, I also understand that it's kind of hard to picture that. I feel like in America, right now, I feel like a foreigner, right? Like, even though we've been living for so many years here, I still feel like a foreigner and sometimes not so much welcomed, you know. Like, I don't mean like people are rude or mean. It's just like even getting a license or getting, you know, visa every year, you have to prove that you are extraordinary, and like they're saying no, it's not enough, you know. Like, it can be psychologically very tiring.
It's like the government's trying not to have you.
Yeah.
アジアの文化よりもアルファベット語圏の方がいいのでは Like for you to stay like with the alphabet, at least it's no Spanish and English. It's different language, but it's alphabet, so you feel comfortable more. Yeah. But in fact, you lived in Russia for 4 years.
And I went there without knowing the language, so it's kind of similar. Again, I was younger, so my brain, you know, worked faster.
Flexible.
And I do feel like if I move to Japan, it's gonna be easier for me to learn Japanese because, you know, living every day there can be overwhelming for the brain, but also it's like, you know, you don't have any other option but to learn it. So
I'm sure you're gonna get it, but
I mean, it's really hard.
It's hard, yeah.
And
yeah,
also the nuances.
You have a Japanese nuance.
I don't have Japanese.
Yes, North Spanish culture is actually similar to Japanese culture.
Or maybe just me.
No, actually they have like Japanese DNA for some reason.
Really? Seems
Japanese even too.
meant to be.
日本に帰ると海外で頑張ってるバレエダンサーブランドがなくなって見捨てられるのでは If you leave United States, you're not gonna, like if you come to Japan, like you're not gonna have it. Value.
Yes.
Of course, yeah, there is actually value, and that's how we be found by people. Like, you know, and people see us interested in that part, but I feel like it's getting less and less, that value. Actually, as a YouTuber, this is the information, like, it's actually easier to make views and get more fans in Japan than outside of country. Because YouTube is all about sympathy.
But I do feel like sometimes people watch our channel. Imagine you watch Japanese YouTubers is because you want a little escape from where you are and like go somewhere else. So like people, for example, are busy in Tokyo, you know, with their lifestyle. Suddenly they see a vlog of us here in California with the palm trees and the sun, and of course it's relaxing too, you know. So
Different value.
yeah.
But for YouTube, like they don't find us. You know what I mean? If we don't relate, they're not gonna find us. If they find it, of course they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is interesting." But on YouTube, because of the algorithm, they don't find us. And also, if we go to Japan, we're gonna change how we do it. Like most of the people, once they success, it's hard for them to start new process because they think they know how to success. You know what I mean? Even the situation changed.
How about Nerea-san channel? It's gonna be Nerea-san in Japan.
In Japan. It is actually hard to start new. It's like lose our value, you know, and then start from zero. So yeah, definitely hard. だけど、まあハードだから応援してほしいっていう。
You said you wanna be living on the edge.
まあかといって、まあ今のこう価値をこうずっとキープしておくっていうのはずっと続くものはないから、まあ結局何かしらチャレンジしないと価値はどんどん薄れていくんだけど、まあちょっと、まあ、大きすぎるかもしれないけど。25歳のネラさんにはバレエをやらせてあげた方がいいのでは So because you are 25 years old, it's kind of too soon to like do something new. But going to Japan, I feel like we're gonna dance more. Like I'm planning to perform more. We're gonna dance every day, practice.
If you are saying that we're gonna do ballet productions and, you know, our careers are not gonna end, then, you know, makes me feel better about it.
Actually, one of the comments was saying that you're not gonna success in Japan because there are already like so many ballet studios, and the ballet people are getting this amount. Like you guys are not good enough to, like as a ballet dancer, to open the ballet company or something. Like we're not like a superstars, you know. So which is true, but we're not gonna like do same thing as people do.
It's so sad.
What?
What you just said is so sad.
Sad, but it's true. But it's true that we have more different value. So like we're not gonna try like, to do this exactly the same thing, which is more fun, I think. 日本のバレエ界は縮小してるしバレエのお仕事はないのでは。まあちょっと1個前とトピックに似てるけど。So if we do like same job, like open the studio in Tokyo, it's basically like you know fighting with another studio, like trying to get more students they have, right? And I don't want to do that. It's called zero sum.
Plus some, zero sum.
Yeah, and I want to do plus sum, which is open up, you know?
But people, even you do plus sum, people think you're doing zero sum.
Yeah, so we need to show that, like, oh, if the other studio, if they get more students, they actually see, oh, actually they're expanding. But if they see like the students are getting less, then of course they're gonna feel like, oh my gosh, they're doing something wrong. I mean, this is what we've been trying to do in YouTube, right?
On YouTube.
On YouTube. Even in the real life, we're gonna try to do that, expand.
And probably create more opportunities to the Japanese people, you know?
And that's my plan, yeah.
Like not just creating like new customers, but give to the existing customers or like pro ballet dancers more opportunities.
That's called plus sum.
Yeah, but I'm just explaining the items, not just the idea, like what's gonna happen.
That's good.
Yes.
So you know about the giver and taker, right?
Yes.
It's Japanese word, but so people are saying like, oh, like you living in the United States, people are very positive, like you know.
Not really. I mean.
Yeah, like a giver mind, but like people in Japan are more like a taker. So like you should think about that. Like you don't have experienced that, so you're not gonna success that way.
In this case, you know more than me.
Well,
I've met some Japanese people in my life. Most of them have been really nice. So.
I think it's not about Japan or United States. It's just like everywhere it's gonna be like same, right?
Depends on the person.
Or not. Maybe actually like we're gonna surprise how Japan is going to, like you know, work or react.
I mean, you should know this more than me by now.
Let's
without getting there and
山海さんは発達障害、日本での社会経験もない、日本でビジネスで成功するとは思えない。So people are saying like I'm the very not the growing up brain, and you don't have experience working in Japan, and so your business like you're trying to do business, but like you don't have experience, like normal ability, so you're not gonna success as a business. Which is true. Like I don't have like experience. No, like don't do that because I'm gonna look more like.
No, I feel bad.
Well, like it's a compliment as a ballet dancer or as a YouTuber because normal people cannot do ballet on YouTube, right?
Yes.
So I know that I'm special. And I know that like I'm not a business person, like you know, who commands, right?
I mean, if you want to be in the command position, then you need to know how to command.
Yeah, and I don't want to get that position because that's not my specialty.
So who's gonna command?
My brother. You don't want to do. You don't want.
Cut this part.
Why? It's funny. It's funny.
No.
No, you like my brother. No, it's funny. It's funny. You like my brother.
I do.
Yeah, but it's just funny to
I haven't seen
picture
him in the command.
Yeah. But he's more a commandy person.
But I'm also a commandy person. That's the issue.
I'm more like a leader in the actual group. I'm not even trying to expand my ability. So, yeah.
I mean, I'm also a
And
kind of commander.
Yeah.
So what am I gonna command?
I don't know. So we're gonna work as a team. So yeah, that's it. Is there anything to share? You read the comments, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, some of the comments, they were right
yeah.
about their concerns.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that you guys write those comments because sometimes for me it's kind of hard to let Yamakai know, with those specific words. Probably in Japanese, maybe for you it's,
yeah.
Like we benefit from your comments and like it's easier to understand. And arigatou gozaimasu for also understanding my feelings. But I think that living in Japan is a big possibility, right? And I'm not against it, and I can see that happening. I do need to know that we are going to be 100% together. Like
we're one.
Yes, but moving to Japan is different because, as I said, if you don't do the right things or let me know or stuff like that, like you have like two lives on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be heavy.
It's gonna be more because we're gonna work as a team.
Who is it?
The bigger life, but I'm gonna have more.
But basically us, right?
Basically, yes, yeah.
That's the thing.
Like people actually, so this is actually a thing. Like people grow when they get the responsibility.
So I should start giving you responsibility.
Actually, yeah. Or people behave better, once you get the role.
Yeah.
My role here is I don't know.
Because you chose that role. Because sometimes I give you responsibility and it's like
it's better
hard
because if I have a responsibility, you have a responsibility, it's gonna cause a fight. So sometimes I chose not to.
Alright.
Isn't it?
I'm just saying, like you said about our relationship has to be it is solid already, but I need to know that whatever happens, no matter if the businesses don't work or we don't feel comfortable in Japan, that we're going to try to figure it out together. And I know that of course we have to see for the benefit of the work, but also the benefit of us as a couple.
Yeah.
Like no matter who other employees or group whatever, like I need to know that us is more important.
まあっていう感じで、ちょっと前回の動画はね、もう本当に本当にこれやりたいあれやりたいみたいな感じに結構映ってしまったのはやっぱり事実で、そうちょっと僕自身もね結構焦ってると言いますか、結局悩んでるとかアドバイスが欲しいとか言いながらも説得の材料がちょっと欲しいみたいな 感じに、なっていったのもやっぱりこう事実で、ただなんか僕のこう性格上なんか僕がこうしたいからこれをやりたいからお前もこうしろみたいな感じで、そういうのをやりたいとは思わないし、それがねこう結果的にこういい、ね、終着点を迎えるとも思ってないし、本当にちょっと僕がなんかね、ふわふわした状態で動画をちょっと作ってしまったっていうのが、ちょっともうちょっとあれかなと思います。こういう結構こうリアルなところをお見せするのも、プロセスをお見せするのも、YouTube のねなんかこうなんか面白みかなと思ってちょっとやってしまって。 So one comment was saying like enjoy the process, this is part of our life, you know. So don't forget to like enjoy the process. So that was the comment. I was like, oh yeah, that's really true.
So 皆さんありがとうございました。 And also thank you so much for your support and understanding and for your time watching the video and also commenting. It means a lot to me, and we hope to keep doing things that will bring you joy, and this is just part of the process of our life. So
そんな感じで、動画のご視聴ありがとうございました。ぜひぜひ高評価ボタン、チャンネル登録ボタン押していただきますと嬉しいでございます。はい、本当にどの道に転ぼうが僕は結構ワクワクしてるし、でも結構不安はずっとつきまとうので、どっちに行こうが本当に大きな決断だから僕らにとって、引き続きね応援していただけますと、嬉しいでございます。はい、本当にちょっとね未熟なところもたくさんあるのですが、よろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
このチャンネルはバレエを広めるを目的に行っております。
このめっちゃおもろい動画を見て、
もしもバレエをやってみたいと思った方はヤマカイバレエカンパニーでバレエを習ってみませんか。ぜひ概要欄をご覧ください。それでは
Please like and subscribe.
Bye bye.